Okay. So, um, totally learning this YouTube thing. And one thing, well, first off, let me take my hair down. One thing I know is now, if you are on here, you can say something in the comments so that I know that you're here. I am going to go over the mixed up files of Mrs. Basil, and I'm going to go over entire chapter 3, which is going to be um, day 4 and 5 of your book lessons. So, let's see what we got going on. So, one of the questions that you all had was talking about Jamie and his feelings. So, it says, how does Jamie feel when Claudia suggests taking the bus or the taxi? So, if I go back to pages 28 and 29, I'm able to see some really good evidence of how Jamie is feeling in those situations. So, I'm going to go ahead back. So it says, walk, Claudia asked. Does Do you realize that it's over 40 blocks from here? So she's talking about the distance that they're going to have to go. And then it says, well, how much does a bus cost? The bus, Claudia exclaimed. Who said anything about taking the bus? I want to take a taxi. Claudia, Jamie said, you are quietly out of your mind. So here I'm seeing exactly how Jamie is feeling. He's feeling like Claudia is out of her mind. A taxi, a bus, what are you talking about, girl? That's not what we're doing. How can you even think of taking a taxi? We have no more allowance, no more income. You can't be extravagant, spending a whole lot any longer. It's not my money we're spending, it's our money. We're in this together. You're right, Claudia answered. A taxi is way too expensive. A bus is cheaper. It's only 20 cents for each of us. Jamie is like, no, it's not cheaper. Yes, it's 20 cents for each of us, but it's going to be a total of 40 cents. So here, Jamie is really upset with Claudia for even thinking that they're going to do such a thing as take the bus. So when it says, how is she feeling? He's feeling livid. He is highly upset that she would even suggest such a thing as spending the money the way that she would like to. Because remember, most of the money is his. So she's spending it or wanting to spend it as if she was the one to bring all the money to the table. So I'm going to skip around to the question where it asks the meaning of the word tightwad. So it says that the word is at the top of page 34, but it really starts at the bottom of page 33 because that's where I can figure out, well, what's going on between the two of them. So that last paragraph on the bottom of page 33. It says, right now, however, he wanted lunch. Claudia wished to eat in the restaurant on the main floor, but Jamie wished to eat in the snack bar downstairs. He thought it was less glamorous, but cheaper. And as the chancellor, the executor, the holder to the veto, the power as a tightwad of the year, he got his wish. Claudia really didn't mind too much when she saw the snack bar. It was just it was plain but clean. So here the meaning of the word tightwad is really found on the page 33 because here we had all these words to describe who Jamie was. He was the chancellor of the executor. He is the one that is holding everything. And the first thing it says, he's cheap. That's exactly what a tightwad is. A tightwad is a cheap person, someone who does not want to spend any money. And we see that over and over. So the next question, where it says, why is he glad about not taking the bus? It goes right along to what we were just saying. He was complaining about spending just 40 cents for the both of them to ride the bus. 40 cents each. That's only 80 cents for the two of them. And here on page let's see, page 34 at the top, we talked about how much money he walked in with. He walked in with $28.61. He left with only $27.11. Well, I did the math, and that means they only spent $1.49 on food. So he's complaining about 80 cents. He's complaining about $1.49 on food. He wants to save money. He does not want to spend all of his money in one day. So then let's look at where it says, why does Jamie keep his jacket on? That is found on page 33. On page 33, about halfway down, is where it talks about him keeping his jacket on. Excuse me, it was on, it was zipped up. Because he wanted to cover up that strip of skin that was exposed. All right. Let's see. Why are Jamie and Claudia considered to be a good pair? They're a good pair because even though he's a cheapskate, he's a tightwad, he's holding on to that money, it is a good thing because had he not have held on to that money all this time, they wouldn't have the money that they have now to be able to run away. So it's good because Jamie is someone who holds back on his spending. And Claudia is smart. She is a very smart young lady. She is a planner. Every time he has a question, she's right there. She has an answer for and can explain what she was thinking in her pre-planning of this running away. What detail shows that Jamie is apprehensive? So I think that word apprehensive kind of tricks some of you. The word apprehensive, in parentheses, right beside it, it said unsure. And that's what apprehensive means. It means you're holding back. You're not really certain of what someone is thinking or planning. In the way that Jamie shows he's apprehensive, he's not really sure about Claudia, is that he is constantly asking questions. He wants to know every little detail. And because she is the planner that she is, she has an answer for everything. All right. So let's see what caused them to become a good team. So on page 38, 39, it talks about how they became a good team. And it wasn't that they were going to end all the arguments, they weren't going to disagree, but they weren't going to disagree and argue as they had done before. They were going to continue to come together and work together. So if they didn't agree on something, their disagreement was going to be more geared towards, well, what can I do better? All right. And then what caused them to come to that conclusion of working as a team? They just realized that in order for them to run away, be out in this big city all by themselves, they were going to have to work together. They were not going to be allowed to be at odds and argue with one another. And that is the last of the bit. So I know I got one person on. If you have a question, I'll give you a couple minutes to type it into the comments. Otherwise, I'm going to sign off and I will pick up with day 6 and 7 later on this week. Okay, so there are no questions that I see. Well, thank you so much for logging in and listening. Talk to you later. Bye.